Oh, hey. I remember you. Huh. You've grown up nicely. Nothing, don't worry about it. So I guess you are still best friends with the little one. Well, they're not here right now, I'm afraid. I'm kind of a bit surprised I didn't tell you they were going out. No, they're away on a date, apparently. Ooh. Kind of scary that they're old enough to be dating, but... Well, anyway. It's not scary that I'm old enough to be dating. Not quite. Not anymore. A couple of years ago, sure. A couple of years later, not so much. Am I seeing anyone? And why would you want to know? You know, I always wondered why people who are blushing bother looking away as if it's going to hide anything. If anything, it's more obvious. A blush might not necessarily be noticeable. You're desperately trying to hide your face. It kind of is. But, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure you've got plenty of boys chasing after you. No? And why is that? Or is that too personal a question, I suppose? So, how's life in general? Outside of your boylessness? Well, that's interesting, I guess. We gotta find interest in something. And, you know, I'll say this, you never know when the next great thing in your life comes around. At the same time, when everything's going well, you never know when the next random BS is about to happen, so just try and enjoy what you can would be my advice. That and the idea that your biggest regrets are always the things you don't do, the things you don't say. So for example, I could clarify a little bit what I whispered at the door. But, well, I remember the two of you as little kids who would, you know, prod and annoy me and want me to show you how to play video games. And now you, well, like I said before, I can only imagine the, attention. Whether you're realizing you're getting it or not, well, that's another question, I suppose. I was certainly pretty oblivious at first, so, hey, maybe I still am. Although again, I think, you know, a different species would have probably noticed your whole blushing affair, so I don't really want to pat myself on the back for getting better quite yet. In any case, the real question is, in, you know, respect of what I said about regrets, are you actually going to admit you like me today, or are you going to let that chance go by? Because here's the thing, I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm a pretty smart guy. And yeah, this is not the most modest stuff in the world to point out, but again, who has the time to waste on modesty? The reality of the situation is very simple. You, like me, I think you kind of always had, well, maybe not always, but in the later years before I went away, you had a little bit of a crush on me at that point already, I think. And now, well, I think it's fair to say the crush is mutual. So my question is, what are you going to do about it? You can be over there, all shy, unwilling to say anything, basically shutting down, anxious, worried. And the thing you don't seem to have noticed is that I've kind of shown you my entire hand already. I mean, you asked if I was seeing anybody. The answer is no, if that wasn't apparent. And the reason is that, well, I guess I want someone who would cuddle up to me and want me to teach them about video games, or, you know, someone who feels like a friend as well as a romantic interest. I feel like people get so obsessed with the physical stuff. And in the end, that's what, like 20% of a relationship at most. So what are you going to do the rest of your time with each other? Hell, I know married couples who are basically friends with benefits because, as far as I can see, they don't actually get on outside the bedroom, so what's the point? And yet they'll try and convince themselves, of course, oh yes, oh, we're very much together, we're very much a couple. We can be in the same room for a whole 5 minutes until we're annoying each other. Like, I'm not saying it's a fairy tale Disney romance story where you're happily ever after, the best thing, hanging off each other 24/7. In fact, that's pretty unhealthy, but at the end of the day, someone you actually like, as well as are physically attracted to, is kind of important, right? And with you, I can just, as I say, you are certainly blossoming into someone very, very, very attractive to me. And a large part of that is that I do already know you. I know your not every opinion you may hold or things that may have changed over the years, but your, how do I say this in a non-corny way? I guess I don't. Your inner soul. I know, very pretentious sounding, but it's true. And fundamentally, we know each other deeply, you know? Some things may change over the years, but the very essence of who you are, I feel like, doesn't. And I'm still the same guy you used to cuddle up to. The only difference is now it would be a slightly more adult version. But isn't it just the natural progression, I guess? Funny how I hadn't really realized that until now. That really what I was looking for is, well, you. So, you can stand over there being anxious, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't actually something you want. Or you could come over here and kiss me. I'm not going to walk over to you. So if you don't walk over here, I'm going to consider it a polite rejection. Is that a little toe coming in this direction? Do you think you could look at me? And maybe smile? Come here. Come here. if you tell me this doesn't feel like it's supposed to be, I can leave right now, but I highly suspect you're feeling the way I'm feeling by the way you're clutching onto my shirt like that, that this is something you didn't even realize was right there and something we both... less talking, okay. Oh, that is very nice kissing. Good to know that that element is most certainly there. Am I ever going to get to finish this sentence?